Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, Glenmont gets a new fire station that's designed for emergencies and the environment. Plus, the governor and comptroller sharing the stage for a candid chat about county issues. We'll hear what they had to say. And the county's first lady is honored for promoting peace. But first, just in time for the holiday season, Clarksburg opens a premium outlet mall. Lorna Fragili explains why it promises to be a regional shopping destination.
Cut the ribbon! Clarksburg Premium Outlets is now officially open. Enjoy your day of shopping!
Officially open for business, Clarksburg Premium Outlets will have about 90 upscale shops with discounts between 25 to 65%, making this the 7th outlet mall in Maryland.
And you heard that there were 6 outlets around the state of Maryland. And for many years, many Montgomery County residents, taxpayers, have been working and shopping at all of those other outlets and other places other than Montgomery County. And today starts a new day. We're going to do it right here in Montgomery County, Maryland.
The 392,000 square foot mall was designed like a racetrack, 2 levels, round-shaped, which means shoppers can park their cars anywhere and go through the entire course. Part of the design also took into account open spaces to maintain and complement the up-county heritage.
I really want to start off by thanking the Clarksburg community. I know this wasn't easy, and I know that there's still going to be some bumpy paths ahead when it comes to adjusting to something that is such a large regional draw.
Located right off I-270's exit 18, the outlets promise to be a tourist destination.
You know, this project will have a triple bottom line for the county. First, it will create a lot of jobs. It's already created jobs in building it. I think 800 or 1,000 jobs on an ongoing basis. That's fantastic. It'll put Clarksburg on the map because, as we know, people travel great distances to go to outlet malls. And so this will become one of the top tourism destinations, I believe, in the state of Maryland.
In Clarksburg, for County Report this week, I'm Lorna Fragili.
The residents of North Potomac are the lucky recipients of a place they can exercise and socialize. Susan Kennedy gives us a VIP tour of the new rec center.
3, 2, 1, cut.
It was a full house at the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new North Potomac Recreation Center, named after the late Nancy Dasick. Mrs. Dasick served on the council for 12 years and was a driving force behind including the center in future plans for the community. Though groundbreaking was just over a year ago, this facility has been in the works for more than 20 years.
Nancy worked hard to ensure that the center was included in the area master plan. Without Nancy's leadership, we probably would not be here today.
This is an awesome facility. We, as a family, we're astounded. She really loved her work. She loved this county, and she would be so pleased if she were here today.
Located on Trevilla Road, the facility is situated on 11 acres and features 2 gyms, a rock climbing wall, exercise and weight room, meeting rooms, and more. Council members who attended the event say the center will be a great asset to the community.
This part of Montgomery County, they reflect our burgeoning population and the demands that those communities make on infrastructure and what we need to do to support them. And that's what this is all about.
There were plenty of residents on hand, eager to get a look at the center.
I'm very happy. There's a lot to do for the kids. There is also dancing you can do here, also outside, and it's very close where we live.
My granddaughter lives in North Potomac, so we're delighted to see this community here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the kids. What do you think? You think it's going to be fun? Yeah.
While on the council, Nancy Dasick advocated for education, public safety, and recreation, After her time on the council, she served for more than a decade on the Montgomery County Board of Elections.
This is a woman who was dedicated to her community and embodied the true meaning of what it is to be an elected official representing District 2. I'm honored to be following in her footsteps and hoping to deliver on the same things that she was, making sure that all people in this community are represented and have one of the best places to live, work, and play.
In North Potomac, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Two of the state's top elected leaders recently spoke candidly about issues that are game changers for the county. In this report, MyMC Media's Sonia Burke tells us about the hot topics that had everyone talking.
At a breakfast hosted by the Greater Bethesda Chamber of Commerce, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, a Republican, and Comptroller Peter Franchot, a Democrat, sat down for a conversation that covered a wide range of important issues, from transit to starting school after Labor Day to liquor control. One of the first hot topics they wanted to talk about was Marriott.
The fact that Marriott International is staying in Montgomery County and in the state of Maryland is an absolute game changer for this region.
They're going to invest $600 million just in the construction, 3,500 employees. The overall economic benefit over 20-year lease is, going to be something over $20 billion. We didn't want to lose them.
Despite their party differences, the state leaders touted their working relationship throughout their discussion. And they both had shout-outs for County Executive Ike Leggett.
And I want to just give a shout-out to County Executive Ike Leggett and his team. They were incredible partners. We would not have been able to keep Marriott without the state and the county working together.
In an election year that's been divisive nationally, their message was about the importance of respecting each other and working together to get things done.
The comptroller just said maybe we should take the show on the road. I think he was talking about running around the country. I don't know about that, but maybe we'll just run around the state. I think it was a healthy discussion. We covered a lot of the important issues, and I think we found a lot of common ground. And the one thing that he and I strongly agree on is the fact that we should be working together and we shouldn't have all the partisanship and the fighting back and forth.
We don't always agree, but we're not into tearing each other down and calling each other names and getting involved in all this partisanship, and I think that's what people want.
I think they really touched on a basic truism out there, that our community members want to see leadership. They don't want to see partisanship.
It's enlightening for all of us in the business community to see two of our top leaders in the state to be good friends, but also working together. It gives you hope. I think that's what a lot of people came up to me after the event and said one of the best events they've been to, because it really made them feel good walking out knowing that we have these great leaders running our state and that they can work together across party aisles.
In Bethesda, I'm Sonia Burke for County Report This Week.
If you ride the Red Line, you are urged to find another mode of transportation during Safe Track Surge 10. It takes place until November 22nd. This surge is expected to cause delays on the entire Red Line. Metro is urging commuters to find alternatives, especially during weekday peak travel hours. Red Line trains will run in two segments, Shady Grove to Noma Gallaudet every 6 minutes. From Glenmont to Fort Totten, it's every 10 minutes. Metro stations at Brookland CUA and Rhode Island Avenue will be closed. Ride On will run free shuttle buses between the Silver Spring, Tacoma, and Fort Totten Metro stations during extended rush hours. For those riding other sections of the Red Line, there will be fewer trains arriving less often. For more information about Safe Track and what Montgomery County is doing to help commuters, visit the county's website. Coming up on County Report This Week, Glenmont adds more fire protection and showing immigrants what they need to succeed in the U.S. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Vote between October 27 and November 3rd at one of Montgomery County's early voting centers. Visit 777vote.org to find voting hours and locations. Choose the most convenient location by checking the website for updated wait times. During early voting, same-day voter registration is a new option. To make sure your vote is counted, bring Maryland ID with you to make the process easy. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Residents in Glenmont are getting more fire coverage to meet the needs of its growing population. County Executive Ike Leggett was on hand to help celebrate the opening of Glenmont Fire Station number 18. Lorna Virgili has the story. Lorna?
That's right. The sustainable design Fire Station 18 is officially open and ready to serve the 56,000 residents in Glenmont and Wheaton. The official ribbon cutting and the flags were raised. It is the 6th fire station that opens in the last 10 years in the county, and it is now part of the ongoing development of Wheaton.
We have a number of big projects in Wheaton. The Glenmont Fire Station is just one. We're improving the intersection here at Georgia and Randolph Road as well. We have a public library and a recreation center coming, as well as the new county government building located here in Wheaton. So it's a lot of things that we're doing in order to revitalize and make sure that people get the services and programs that they want and increase the vitality and livelihood of the greater Wheaton area.
The new 23,133 square foot fire station is constructed on the site of the former Glenmont Elementary School near the intersection of Georgia Avenue and Randolph Road. It features 4 drive-through bays, offices, living and dining accommodations, classrooms, and a gym.
Station 18 has a paramedic engine and an aerial tower. Those apparatus are staffed by 9 personnel a day, 24 hours a day. That equates to about 45 folks assigned to Station 18. We have plans to move our EMS supervisor from just inside the Beltway on Georgia Avenue up here to Station 18 for better distribution geographically to support their service area within the county.
The design includes many eco-friendly features, incorporating best practices for sustainable construction and reducing environmental impacts, including reducing water use by 40%, and 100% of electricity will be from renewable sources.
It's seriously green. They think they're going to qualify for LEED Gold standard, which means that it meets just about the highest standard that you can have for green materials. They're going to cut electrical energy usage, and they're going to use renewable energy. They're talking about an 18% overall reduction in energy usage, so it's all good.
The station was built looking into the future, taking into account growth for the next 40 years. In Glenmont, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
The universities at Shady Grove is expanding. It'll soon have a new biomedical sciences and engineering education facility. BSC will be located on the Rockville campus. Executive Ike Leggett and Maryland Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford joined other officials for the groundbreaking celebration. BSC will house STEM courses, classrooms, and labs. It also promises to be one of the most sustainably sourced lab buildings in the country.
We want to further reinforce one of the mainstays of Montgomery County, that is our biomedical sciences and engineering, as a building block for this county, and we've invested a great deal. That's why today's dedication shows how we can all play a role in making our economy grow through an educated workforce.
Earlier this year, the Hogan administration provided $36.7 million in funding for the construction of this new education project. The new facility is scheduled to open in 2019. New immigrants often experience a language and information gap as newcomers, but community leaders in the county are working to close that gap. Carolina Galliano has the story.
The second annual New Americans Expo welcomed over 2,000 people to what has become a marketplace of resources and connections for new immigrants to the metropolitan region. The event featured 90 government, businesses, and nonprofit organizations, while it stressed the importance of cultural integration and cross-cultural understanding through a variety of panel workshops.
Pluralism is respecting the otherness of other. You are who you are, I am who I am. Let's accept and acknowledge each other's identity as a unique identity. When we accept each other, most of the conflicts fade and solutions emerge.
In 2014, the Obama administration created the New Americans Task Force, encouraging local municipalities to engage in immigrant integration efforts. The expo is an extension of that national effort, as the founder explains.
And that's where everybody came together to find out ways to make immigrants integrated into America. We saw that there are a lot of resources, but the people doesn't know where to get them. They need this human connection to understand what they need to do. That's why we created this expo, a friendly space where people can come and feel comfortable and find the services that they need to be successful.
Among the many opportunities immigrants encounter at the expo is short-term courses and certificate programs to expand their professional outlook.
What Montgomery College offers is great programs where they can just not retrain or train their new skills, but also to obtain licenses. So we want the community to be aware of our programs and what we can do for them.
Transitioning to a foreign country might be one of the great challenges faced by any immigrant. But with events like New Americans Expo, the challenge becomes more temporary and the opportunities to integrate abound. For County Report This Week, in Silver Spring, I'm Carolina Galeano.
It's time for open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act. You have from November 1st through January 31st, 2017 to act on it. Now, if you need help navigating the insurance exchange, the county's Department of Health and Human Services will provide free assistance. It's important that people who already have coverage through the Maryland Health Connection renew their policies. They should also check out new medical coverage options.
Well, review the application. If they already have an account in the system, it's recommended for them to go back to the system, review the information, the financial information they have in the system, and shop around. There's new plans available for next year, and it's important for them to see if there's new options available for them.
For more information, visit marylandhealthconnection.gov. Coming up on County Report this week, the county's First Lady receives a big award for her peaceful leadership, and
I'm Montgomery Planning's Bridget Suiso. Coming up next, we'll tell you why design excellence matters in Montgomery County when County Report This Week continues.
Get to MC and we'll get you going.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Montgomery County's First Lady, Catherine Leggett, is celebrated for being a champion for peace. My MC Media's Mitty Hicks tells us more about her big award.
She wasn't elected to serve people here in Montgomery County like her husband, County Executive Ike Leggett, and even when conflicts come up, she has still made it her task to seek resolutions. Which is why First Lady of Montgomery County, Catherine Leggett, has been named Peacemaker of the Year.
This award, this Peacemaker Award, means everything in the world to me. It is so important that we resolve conflict, that we bring people together, that we work as a unit, as a community.
This award, presented by the Conflict Resolution Center, Montgomery County, recognizes an individual not only for volunteer work they do in the community, but also how they find alternative resolutions for handling disputes.
What we do is we have a committee to come together and they go out and solicit names for people who should be honored. And this year what happened is Catherine Leggett was the top nominee.
Montgomery County First Lady Catherine Leggett was chosen unanimously by the Conflict Resolution Center's Board of Directors.
They love the work that she's done in the community, her working with youth, her story, and also that she's been honorary co-chair for the past 3 or 4 years.
Issues always come up, and to be able to be a part of an organization that helps to resolve conflict means everything to me. I am honored, I'm delighted, I'm ecstatic.
Reporting in Rockville, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
The NAACP Parents Council recently held its annual kickoff meeting at Gaithersburg High School. One of the goals for the group is to deepen the relationships between schools and families across the county. MCPS has the story.
Parents, school staff, and members of the Montgomery County NAACP Parents Council gathered at Gaithersburg High School October 18th for this school year's NAACP Parent Council Kickoff event. Organizers use this time to deepen relationships and foster collaboration between schools and families. The goal each year is to address the issues that inhibit student achievement, such as the minority achievement gap and
issues with the different races, the acceptance of different cultures and that type of thing. So there are a lot of issues that we're trying to bring together to make the students understand that each and every one of them count.
Our school districts looking at how they can play a role to create greater diversity, greater educational opportunities, greater understanding in their communities.
More than 250 people attended the event and listened to a keynote speech from John C. Britton, a professor of law from the University of the District of Columbia. Attendees then shared ideas during breakout sessions that examined barriers to student success.
The parents aren't sure how they should be involved. Once they are aware of what they need to do to be involved, then it helps the children's barriers to be even more broken.
Clearly there's a storied gap in terms of the achievement gap with minorities in these schools, and so we try to bring information and resources to people of color to specifically focus on bridging that particular gap.
Organizers hope that parents take away from the event information that allows them to choose from the many programs and opportunities for their children that are available in Montgomery County Public Schools.
It was another night of celebrating excellent design in the county. This annual event identifies the best design among county buildings. Bridget Schweiso was there and tells us who took the top honor. Bridget?
That's right, it was another successful event where the development community and county officials came together to celebrate the best in design in Montgomery County.
You're inspiring me, you're inspiring the community, you're inspiring other architects to to create a vision of the community that we are and the community that we can be.
Well, this is our second Design Excellence Award event, and it is so exciting. We have 6 fantastic projects that are going to be honored tonight and really represent the great progress we're making in Montgomery County to sort of up our game in terms of design excellence.
I am here to celebrate successful, great architecture, but really to show my support for raising expectations about what architecture can and should be in Montgomery County. You know, we didn't have, I think, historically, the benefit of a lot of great architecture on our signature commercial buildings and even a lot of our government buildings. And we can do better. So, you know, what we're trying to do is create a culture in this county that values design and architecture. That's what these awards are all about. And I'm really delighted to be here to meet with so many great architects who have been involved in these awesome projects.
We're committing to not only holding events like this that invite competition among the various real estate developers, architects, urban designers, to really create some healthy sort of gamesmanship to see who can build the best project and be recognized for it publicly. But we're also building stronger requirements for excellent design and architecture into our master plans, into our development review process, and we think that we are making some strides in raising the bar for design across the county.
It's an opportunity to really build upon the population and what their goals and objectives are, and to create buildings and communities and parks and all of the other things that make a community to be consistent with the quality of the people.
Coming up next on County Report This Week, Rockville is gearing up to give back to people in need. And do you have a loving home for our Pet of the Week? Those stories and more when we come back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. The season of giving is upon us, and the City of Rockville would like to encourage you to take part and give from the heart. Check out this Rock 11 Now video about the annual Rockville Holiday Drive.
I think it's wonderful seeing how much food comes into this drive. I think it's also sobering to see how many people need help.
Until there is no one needing help, you have to continue to give of yourself.
It's the looks on their faces that it just really sets it in, like make it more real, and it's very heartwarming. It's really exciting.
You're able to provide the kids gifts to kind of normalize that one day. I think that really makes all the effort that my staff go through on a yearly basis worth it.
Here's how you can participate in the holiday drive. For Thanksgiving, you can donate food at Rockville City Hall and Rockville Rec Centers until Thursday, November 17th. Toys must be received by Thursday, December 15th for Christmas deliveries. For more details, go to the website on your screen. The Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection helps resolve complaints from consumers. It also offers useful tips such as how to avoid charity scams.
In the aftermath of natural disasters and community catastrophes, many people want to help by donating to various charities. Unfortunately, scammers may use this opportunity to take advantage of donors. So how do you know which charities are legitimate and which ones are scams? First, verify the charity's nonprofit status. Charities must register with the Office of the Secretary of State if they solicit contributions from Maryland residents or are located in Maryland. Online, you can see contributions, total income, expenses, and more. Check with the Better Business Bureau or Charity Navigator, which provide ratings and full reports of charities. They also consider subjects such as administrative cost, fundraising expenses, effectiveness, and board oversight. GuideStar, which contains IRS data, is another good place to vet the organizations. When searching for a charity, be careful of similar sounding names. A scammer may use a generic name or logo to trick you into donating. Beware of phone solicitations, unusual email requests, or text messages that ask for financial information. Don't be pressured to make an on-the-spot contribution. Compare in-kind donations versus giving money directly. In-kind donations of food and clothing may not necessarily be the quickest way to help unless the organization has the infrastructure to distribute the aid properly. Find out if the charity is providing direct aid or raising money for other groups. You may want to consider avoiding the middleman and giving directly to those with a presence in the region. Closer to home, the Montgomery County government will often provide a list of legitimate charities after a disaster. Look for press releases with the information. If you have any questions, contact our office.
Now it's time to meet our Pet of the Week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
This is Tiger. He's 10 years young, and he's one of the cases that I hate to hear. He's here because, unfortunately, his owner passed away. And he had a really nice home, and he would love to have a really nice home again. He loves people, he gets along well with other cats, and he gets along well with dogs. So please give us a call at 240-773-5900 or visit Tiger on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD for more information.
With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you with a reminder that early voting is taking place. The Montgomery County Board of Elections is preparing for a historic voter turnout on Election Day. You might want to take the opportunity to vote early. There are 10 sites from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. that you can visit. Check out 777vote.org for more information. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Thank you for watching.